However, we really wanted to specialize in this area of crafts. And we did. Okay, Portugal in the first attempt, it didn't work. We searched in other countries also, what is possible, what can we do, and we came across an interesting project of Offices Singulares in Catalonia. That between 2007 and 2009 they run several workshops. Here you see the map with the icons display the different materials, where within this project they united craftsmen and designers to create a new product range, especially for the global market, because of course everything is declining and they needed new fields of selling their work. And luckily Audrey had the chance on behalf of our studio to participate in two of the projects, one on salt and the other one on black ceramics. And just to give you an idea, I mean, making the pieces and going into the workshops is one thing. It was very hard. They went there several times. They worked with several craftsmen. It was a massive production of new pieces, but of course not all of them when you work in a workshop and also in a specific time frame are made for the global market. You always have a lot of products that in the end they will just drop. But you have to produce more, and then maybe one or two are really made and have the features to be sold on a bigger scale. In this case, what happens, back to us, the whole project on its own, let's say, we had this tea for one set, which is a teapot, basically with a round cup that you can take as lid on top of it, or you take it up and you drink your tea, which was very well executed. It's all hand-thrown. And by that time we thought, it was in 2009 already, we said, why don't we go to a consumer fair? To a consumer fair. This is Ambiente in Frankfurt, which is one of the biggest worldwide. And why don't we just go there? There was special areas where we could go in, have a bit of a reduction in price, and we see how people react on handcrafted products. So we had one thing from Spain, some things from Portugal, and one object, one item from Belgium. And it was interesting to see the reactions of international customers who wanted to pursue, wanted to know the story about these handcrafted objects, because it's, I mean, if next to you is somebody who produces his China bone in China, well, it's all the porcelain there. It's difficult. No? How do you position yourself? But we had very good reactions. In this case, this one was also the object paid our whole trip. We sold, I think, 500 pieces to Australia, even, which was I think, widest place or farthest place. And it paid off. So it was good. We were happy, and we said, okay, in our whole business plan of the whole project, we can continue with this kind of approach. But, and then, now I come maybe more in the features that are necessary for this. If you want to do this, you really have to have reliable collaborations, and you need people who produce quality. In this case, this craftsman from Catalonia, we really could rely on. It means if we tell him to reproduce the same thing, I mean, it's making, you all know this, if you make a prototype, you might manage to do it once good. But to do it 500 times good enough so that people are paying for it, it's another thing. So it needs a lot of trust and a lot of work also in the collaboration with craftsmen to establish this quality. And now finally back to Portugal, full Portugal. We had what I said before in this designforfuture.org exhibitions in Orléans in 2009. We thought, okay, if we don't manage, besides this exhibition in Orléans, to get a bigger project here in Portugal on crafts, why not combining these two? So the last edition of this exhibition we called Kultura Intensiva, and whatever was basically we wanted to show an all over, or we wanted to represent an all over view on the crafts in the Algarve. So from the beginning, the idea was not only to make products, but also to invite, for instance, a photographer, to combine the work of crafts with cooking, with researchers. So what you see here is a book, it's a catalogue that came out during this exhibition, where we had not only our products that we made displayed, but also some texts from Museum Samraj, different things, researchers, photos, etc. And of course, main thing, you have to have an exhibition. You have to show the things. We wanted to show this research in a way that people, even people that are not connected to design, get a grip, see an understanding. It's not about presenting the past, it's about presenting today and the possibilities of today. We had, well, it has been well received in Orléans. We afterwards showed it also in Experimenta, and some of the products, this fair that I was talking before about in Germany, we managed to get on such a level that they are reproducible and sold to various museums, shops all over the world. From the design perspective, what does it mean for us to work with crafts here? It's first of all, working with local resources means for a designer you have to listen very, very carefully what these people know. It's useless to start from your vision that you have from, I don't know, from the internet or from another source which is not rooted in the local identity. You always have to see who do you have in front and try to use this, translate your own words in a language that these people understand. Basic, because otherwise you don't have sustainable relations. It might work for 2 days, but if you want to work within 2 or 3 years, it's different. So one of our approaches in our studio is as well to find missing links. So to look for them. In this case, it's obvious. You guys, it's very funny. We don't have in Portugal or here in the south, in the area of the laranjas and lemons. You don't have a traditional squeezer. So we said, why not making it? And of course, if you start from this approach, the guys that you're working with, they understand you. They say, that's fun. What's that? Okay. And the conversation starts, and it's very easy. Another thing we always try to do is also a bit linked to sustainability. If you try to stick to the basics and to the things you have. And in this case, the waste material, for instance, the olive wood, all things that, well, lately we have been in the house of Alvin's grandfather, and it's a hand also there with a knife next to it. And he understood the project. Well, not the project, but the product. And this is nice. It pays off. But, well, in the end of the day, whatever you do as designer, well, there's a lot of social, in our work there's a lot of social approach necessary, but in the end of the day, the products you make, they have to sell. And as I said before, it's important that the products itself display quality. And yeah, I'm almost done. So what does it mean for us as crafts, if you combine crafts and design? Oh, the font is gone. Okay, so it was nice in my screen, but whatever. I would like to give some reflection on what we think it is important to have in order to work with craft and design together. First of all, you need designers that think beyond shape. I think I explained this already. Oh no, this is really stupid. The next thing, but I think you can listen to me, so I'll just say it. You need craftsmen that aim beyond tradition. Means you need people who also understand that a renovation, that a recent interpretation, contemporary approach is necessary, that you maybe also have to change your attitude towards selling things. It's maybe not only the Firma Artisanat, but maybe you have also to have other ways of selling your stuff. And last but not least, you need customers that look beyond the price. Because we all know it's easier to go to Casa and know, it costs only 5%. I'll take it. But if you're then there and you see maybe a similar thing made here but it costs 50, do you buy it? But you buy something else. So it needs also a change and shift of mentality. And my last reflection, me as German, or as foreigner here, no matter where I'm from, actually it matters a little, because but I'm always asked, do you like to work here? I ask from Portuguese, I'm asked from foreigners, and I say on one side, yes, of course, I love it. It's different, it's nice, it's also because of everything that I showed you before. Working with this rural craftsmen is not possible in Germany, in a highly industrial-minded country. But there are also other things. I also don't like to work here because I see a lot of times a lack of motivation to produce quality and to give 100% in what you do. And this is very difficult in the moment if you really have to rely on different people, if you work in an interdisciplinary group. Sometimes it's needed that you just look in somebody's eyes and you know, okay, he will do this, and if it takes 3 nights, he will do it, and I can trust him. And if you don't have this, it's very difficult to have also some, as you said before, quiet afternoons on a Sunday, so your head doesn't stop thinking, but it's part of the game. So I'm a bit ambivalent with this. Another question we always get is, do we believe in the future of artisanat here in Naga? And our answer is, I think I really speak also for both of us, yes, we do believe, but it needs a better change in a lot of perspectives. I would like to share this with you, and maybe it's also a way of starting a debate on it. Also in my reflections on where I'm from, you see working here a lack of the integration of crafts. There is no educational system, it never has been. There are some, but I'm talking now also about the South here. So the rural crafts haven't been embedded somehow in the educational system. I think what is also needed very highly is a strategic promotion and support of locally produced goods and entrepreneurs. It's entrepreneurship, also on a small scale, is very, very important to make also especially a small community sustainable in itself. But it needs promotion on different levels. And of course, and I think this is the bottom line of everything. Whoever we talk to and whoever is involved, people, we need the pride of a local identity for where you're from and what you stand for, and we shouldn't forget this, especially in today's world where we go into the big shopping malls and we just see the streamline. I find the same stuff there than here in Portugal than I do in Stockholm or in Berlin. Well, I think it can be both, but we have in our own mentality to change a bit, to shift things in order to make